Yo, welcome to another video. Now this is going to be based around AI video, from turning static images into videos or moving images. Now we haven't done a lesson on this before publicly. Most of it's been done within our mentorship or course, but this is going to be a public lesson purely on Telegram to kind of show you guys how you're going to be able to turn these images into videos. Now we're going to be going through the process of how long is it going to take to make all of this AI video, how you get the images, how long you have to wait for the videos to fucking load, because some of them are a ball ache, and we're going to be going through the step-through-step process. So we're going to start off by just looking at what AI videos we can actually make.
Hi, I'm Grace and I work with Imagine Education to create AI models like me.
Right, that's enough of that. So the one on the left here is the fully AI generated image or video. This wasn't originally an image, now it's a video with a voice. This one on the right is deepfaked content, so therefore it was originally a real model and now it's been changed to an AI model by just changing the face, but there's no voice involved. We're going to be looking at both of these today, primarily focusing on the full AI, because obviously that's what you're all after. So we're going to start off with this image on the left here. This is a very basic level AI generated image that you can get from using quite a few softwares, which we can mention in a separate video. But I believe this specifically was used by making Stable Diffusion and then put into a replicating software, so you can then create hundreds of images just from a prompt basis rather than having to do Stable Diffusion on every single image. It's quite helpful. So this image here, we're going to actually have to improve it first, and I'm going to talk through why in a minute. But we're going to have to expand and improve this image before putting it into the AI video, because we want the best results out of this AI video generator and we don't really want half-hearted shit results. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. It's going to go on Photoshop. But to start off, I'm going to intro you on the three platforms we're going to be using. We're going to be Runway, this fucking Kling, and Luma Labs. Now we're going to be looking at the pros and cons, how long it takes, and we're going to go through like the little storyline of how you do it on each software. But primarily, these are going to be the free AI image to video softwares, and then we'll come on to some of the deepfake stuff after that. So firstly, why do we need to edit this image on Photoshop? What is wrong with it? Now, if we go across to Runway, this is where we turn images into video. We select this image, it's going to load up, and it's going to clearly show why we need to change it. As you can see, this aspect ratio is very inconvenient. It doesn't show the whole image, it only shows a certain section which is kind of zoomed into the model's face. Now, what we could obviously do is AI generate an image where it has a more zoomed out position of the model, but the problem with this is obviously the quality of the model is then going to be shit. Because the model's so far away, then there's going to be less detail on the face, which is not what we want, especially if this software is then going to zoom it in. So what we're going to do is we go to Photoshop, and obviously we have expansion AI features on Photoshop. Because the quality is already mega on this platform, as you can see I can zoom right in and it's still got good quality. That means we're going to maintain this quality, but we're just going to expand the sides. We're going to expand the image so then it will fit into that runway and can maintain its quality. As you can see here, that was simple. It does fuck the hands a little bit, but we'll talk over that in a minute. And then we're going to go up a bit more and down a little bit more. You can do this with all your AI images. This isn't something specific to Runway, especially if you want to maintain that quality, but get a more general overview of the scenario the model is in. So there we go, we've expanded that significantly. However, there is some slight problems, such as the hands, the legs are a little bit fucked. But remember, we're not going to be using this whole image, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but we are going to be using a big chunk of it, so let's make sure it is fairly decent. So what we can do with the hands, merge them ones down like that so it's one image, and then we can obviously just AI the hands in a little bit more. This whole section's a little bit fucked, so I'm just going to do that whole bit there, and then it will load in. And then I'll do the same with the hand. I'll do the same with a bit of the background there, although this probably isn't necessary because I don't know if this is going to be in the shot. If it does piss you off a little bit and doesn't generate very good hands like that, you can obviously go across to other softwares and kind of just find a hand refiners or something like this, dump your image in, and it's going to obviously fix the hands up for you. It's a bit temperamental when you're trying to perfect hands, but softwares like this work quite well, especially if you've already done half the job on Photoshop. So you've got a basic hand, but you want to just refine it. They are good softwares to do. So I'm going to jump scene to where we have a good AI image. Now we're now on Runway. So as you can see, this image has maintained its quality, but you can get more of the model in the actual photo or in the soon to be video. So this is perfect, exactly what we wanted. Unfortunately, I've just spent a bit of time on the hands and they barely even reach the shot, but fuck it, it's fine. So this is Runway. What we're going to be doing is selecting the newest Alpha Turbo version, and that's kind of what we're going to be going with. Crop that image, be good to go. This is going to be the initial frame. You can add a last frame, but most of the time I just like to keep it for the first frame and then let AI do its job. Now as you can see, we've only got 270 credits because you get X amount of credits free with your Google account. If you have multiple Google accounts, you can get a few more credits, but I've got 270 left. That should be enough for this tutorial, considering this is quite a good platform. This is probably my favorite Runway. The reason for it is because it's the quickest and it doesn't distort the images as much. But what we're going to do for the prompt. Now, a lot of you have been putting in model doing 20 push-ups, run around the block, a few star jumps and then sit back down. Obviously the AI is not going to be able to do that. That's too complex. We need to keep it very, very basic, especially if we're going to add some lip syncs to it. We want to keep that quality up and maintain kind of structure of the model. So something along the lines of this prompt here is going to be optimal because it's very small, minor movements, and AI is always going to exaggerate it. This is going to be the prompt that we're going to be using for every single platform. So I'm going to copy and paste that. We can select 5 to 10 seconds, and we can also select advanced features here. I'm just going to do 10 seconds, mainly because I'm going to be using this for other purposes, and I kind of want to present what the image is like. So I'm going to click generate, it goes into a queue, and it actually only does take a few minutes. Whilst that's loading, we're going to look at some other softwares. So there's this software here. Now I've already put the fucking content in, and I put that in I think about 15 hours ago. Now this platform, it's quite decent, as you'll see later, but to take 15 to 20 hours to load some fucking videos, it's taking the piss. So I'm not too keen on this platform, and I don't really use it because I like speed. However, you do get some free tokens as well that do regenerate every 24 hours. So there's a small win there. If you run out of tokens here, you don't have another Google account, you can go across to this platform. As you can see, it's already generated the image, which is mint, and it only costs a few tokens. So that is a good start. Before we watch that, we're going to go across to that one other platform that is also queuing some of our content. On this platform, I've already put in a model, as you can see, with a similar kind of prompt, and I've made quite a few of them already. This platform also takes a little while to load. This is Llama Labs, and this is another reason why I don't prioritize using this platform, because it takes around 10 hours to generate a video. Not very impressive, but the content itself isn't too bad, as we can see with this image here. The face does get distorted, but the zoom in and the small movements is fairly accurate. Similarly with this here. Once again, there's no real movement there, the model blinks a bit late, not too amazing. But let's have a look at what we have just generated in Runway. Now, if that was a 5-second clip, that would be fine, because she wouldn't go into that weird position midway through. She would have kind of stick to the basics of just moving left, right, little blink, and that would have been perfect. Obviously, we're not going to get it on our first time. This is the problem with AI. However, obviously AI is soon to be updated very shortly, and actually some of our new students in our mentorship have actually got some updated versions of creating AI video using more updated software. But that's kind of gatekeeped for the community. Sorry, it will be out soon, I'm sure. But let's run this again and see what we make. As this generates so quickly, we don't have to wait for 12 hours for it to generate another fucking image. So due to high demand, I'm going to have to put it down to 5 seconds to get this loaded. People that pay do get priority, so just remember that if it isn't loading or generating your image, it may be because you're on a free trial. But that's fine. Whilst that's loading, we're going to go over to one of our models and kind of show you what you can do when you do market correctly with AI videos. So this is one of our models here. She is earning monthly around 47k. As you can see, these dates are fully updated, and if I refresh the page there, obviously it's going to load back looking normal. Obviously that's in 7 days, back to 30 days, as you can see. Perfect. stats are all good. 29% of all fans have come from Instagram. So doing a correct reel strategy is very important. If you combine our last free lesson with these AI videos, this is obviously going to blow up your account and help very much with your bank account as well. But let's go across to see what this video has generated. As you can see, that's a fairly decent video. We can make 3 or 4 more of these videos. If I click generate again, it goes again, and then we can start combining these videos together. But for now, what we're going to do is play around with this video that we've got here. As you can see, if we go to certain areas, like nearer the end, the face is a little bit different to what it is at the start. If you look over here on the left and then look here on the right, the face is a little bit different. So we're simply just going to deep fake this model's face back onto this video. I'll do that now. Now I'm going to do this on Genfluence just because it's cheap, easy, and as you can see, I use the original image, the zoomed in image, so as a more accurate copy of the model's face. This normally only takes 3 to 4 minutes to load the video, and then we'll have a look at the results there. If you're doing a higher quality face swap software, then obviously this is going to be more beneficial and you'll get a better result. But I'm just going to do it on Genfluence for now because this is what most of you are probably using, and it's going to be quite easy and realistic to kind of show you the results that you can start making today without having to buy 10, 20 different softwares. Right, so it's loaded, so we're going to download that, and like what I said earlier, this face swap software isn't amazing, so it does require some small tweaks, small editing on the occasion. Now, because I want this to look quite good, I'll probably end up redoing this on a better software, but I'm going to demonstrate how to improve it if you do it on Genfluence. So what I'm going to do is get it onto CapCut, get it in here, and I'm going to play the video first so you can all have a look and see what it's like. So as you can see, face isn't too bad quality, then it comes in and does this little weird retarded thing with the eyes, but we're going to sort that now. So we're going to go to the bit on the eyes, around this area here. What we're going to do is we're going to speed that up slightly. So it looks a bit more normal. What you can also see there is the eyes are playing up a little bit and the face is a bit airbrushed. So what we're going to do is retouch this whole thing. So this is where you can kind of edit the eyes, edit the face. This bit's a bit useless. We're going to go down to the makeup section and I'll edit the face and show you the results. So this was the best result we could get using these AI video generation platforms. However, second best would be coming to Luma Labs, and that's a fairly decent quality, it's fairly basic, but if you applied lip sync to this as well, then obviously it's going to look quite good. Runway is in first place. Kling, never even loaded. I'm still waiting to this day. It's now at 48 hours and it still hasn't loaded the fucking video. So they're benched, and then Luma Labs, within about 7 to 8 hours, it generated a fairly decent video, which I've just shown you there. So you've literally gone from this model on the left here, image like that, to expand it, AI generate it into a video, and that all takes about 5 minutes, obviously with a bit of post-production editing as well. It's very simple when you do it in this kind of format, very basic when you don't jump between multiple platforms. A basic image into Runway, create that image and then deep fake it on whatever software you want to use, and then obviously a bit of post-production editing, and that is how it's done. You can then add voice, which is quite basic. You can do that on multiple platforms, including Runway, and you can also put it into a real kind of montage video to then post on TikTok or any other socials if this video alone isn't good enough. If you are posting, obviously just remember to remove them watermarks. For more free value such as this, you can come across to our YouTube channel. Now we have lots of other videos on about AI video and AI voice generation, and as well deepfaking software and using the best platforms to do so, which I believe is the SpyFan video on this page here. So go across to this YouTube, have a little look across some of the content. It's going to help you out massively, especially if this video has kind of signified some good softwares to use. This YouTube channel is going to be even more beneficial. So do that, and if you continue to put interactions within this Telegram obviously we're going to then create more videos such as the one I've done today. If you did want to take this to the next level, free content isn't going to provide the absolute gold. It isn't going to provide how to get to 10k a month plus, or even just the higher brackets that you may be after. This is going to be shown in our mentorship. So if you are looking to expand and evolve to the next level and get more than just £100, £200 a month, then look into the mentorship program. Feel free to book a call and you can discuss the options that we have for you. But for now, stay active, keep working hard, and try and make them AR models.